Let's talk about the Gibson Elvis Dove. The Gibson Dove is one of the lesser known Gibson acoustic guitars. The Dove is certainly, it's down a little bit below the popularity of something like a J45 and a Hummingbird, and it's not something that Gibson have continuously produced over the last few decades. But the Dove is very, very cool. It has something slightly different about it to the other high-end and well-known famous Gibson acoustics in that it has maple back and sides. Maple has a very soft quality to it, and I'm surprised that we don't see more people use spruce and maple guitars for singer-songwriter purposes, because ultimately maple tells a much gentler musical story. But the story about this guitar itself is very, very cool. Let's just talk about it again. Sitka spruce top with maple back and sides. The famous Dove bridge going up to split parallelogram inlays with gold Grover tuners, really beautiful gold Grover tuners, and it has an Elvis nameplate there on the front. The story of this guitar is very, very interesting. Elvis was gifted a Gibson Dove by his dad, Vernon, in the late 1960s. In 1970 through to 1975, he performed with it live, including one of the world's first satellite-beamed concerts from Hawaii. He later gave the guitar away mid-concert to somebody in the audience in Asheville, North Carolina. So the story of the guitar, there's a kind of very rich lineage of the 5-year period that this guitar was used, and it's very, very cool to see Gibson replicate that kind of instrument. It's a small detail, but I love when companies like Gibson, Martin, Fender take a guitar that is not, A-grade iconic and reproduce it, because it gives us a chance to feel and see something of a vintage spec. And this has a very 1960s feel to it. You can tell that a lot of love went into this design and recreating the feel of a 60s Dove, and that alone is quite a rare opportunity. So even if you're not the biggest Elvis fan in the world, these guitars are just awesome. Let's give it a play and see what you think.